I wish I knew. Wasn't me. You've got to believe me. I didn't do this. It wasn't me.
Banjo, what are you doing? Did you terminate him?
Do you hear me? This wasn't me.
Minority rule.
Come on, man. You've got the majority on your side now. You're gonna win. It's time to scale!
Go on, officer, spit it out, or I'll make you.
It started on our first day being stranded, man! With Mona Smiley offering 1 billion button bucks and instant freedom to whomever killed Banjo.
Our culprit was about to officiate, or I suppose in her case, umpire a deal involving her boutique with some company called Graphene.
Graphene? Seems like the culprit couldn't grasp their guilt enough. Get it? Oh, you all have no taste.
And our culprit must have been seriously greedy because they tried to poison Ben while we were having our first dinner on day 2, 9 p.m. by using monochromium, a special kind of poison that temporarily disables the body, as per Chaucer's words. Luckily, Bismuth managed to save Ben's life, do something useful for once.
I required the money and I didn't poison him!
Lies, 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 mademoiselle. Keep uttering them and you'll eventually become the reincarnation of Pinocchio.
Well, seems like the pathogen made him a normal object for once.
I
Anyways, after Ben's safety was ensured, our case's sole victim, Judge, has gotten around about 3,000 to randomly generate a list of people that can work on the stalls, as well as guard Ben from any other assailants. Clearly, Monabat 3000 is still flawed because he put BBB twice on the sheet for the same shift. Our culprit took advantage of the statement and convinced BBB into giving them plastic gloves, which they would normally use for counting money. Funny how the gloves that had touched money had now touched blood.
Messieurs and Mademoiselles, shame on me for abandoning my shift at 10 p.m. afterwards to experiment with a pathogen I had discovered inside the graveyard's cave prior. You may not get it now, but eventually you're going to realize that I was fully justified in doing so. I infected myself using the pathogen, and the culprit must have taken a picture of me to send to the judge. The plan must have been for him to arrive at the watchtower to be knocked out by the culprit to be framed for Ben's murder. The culprit then sent the photo along with a note to Judge, who must have relayed it forward to Chalice, who burned the note with acid. Luckily, Monsieur Led got him, otherwise this case would have been unsolvable. Then this note clearly provoked Judge into inspecting the incident further. Well, after luring Judge into going after Bismuth, the culprit now had to unleash her intended victim, Ben. She had already everything needed to carry out the murder. The perfume, since she was a cosmetology major, sheet, lighter, gloves, and even her snow globe just in case, which ended up being her folly, man. During her shift at 2:05 p.m., the culprit took advantage of Blobby's speech troubles and allowed Ben to escape the infirmary, when in reality, it was only to give him a head start from the seemingly foolproof death. Only one problem, man! She didn't use her lighter. She walked through the graveyard just like most of us did, confused except for Gambit, who actually saw her and mentioned this in her alibi, all told trying to confuse us too. It's not funny, Gambit. Stop doing it.
Hey, you can't blame me. That's pretty fun.
Then the culprit also took, and note to business, tricking him to thinking he had a secret murder. He had thought was a prank. The heart mistaken Ben for Judge, maybe threw the snow globe at his head to knock him out. She still didn't notice it, probably even as she got into the watchtower and hid his body inside, and also hid himself to ambush who she thought was Ben Bismuth. It was around 2:25 at that moment.
Why? Nobody could have predicted what would have happened next. It was like a groin shot in the alleys, unpredictable and intense. When Judge and Bismuth collided into each other, Judge brought with him the spiked rods I had planned to use earlier for a little brawl, a little bashing if you will. He must have snatched it away from Gatling while she wasn't looking, and he bashed in Bismuth's head constantly until the latter opened the watchtower door and passed out. Then the victim Judge came face to face with the culprit. A showdown. He assumed it was Ben standing in front of her, and used the perfume and lighter as a flamethrower and burned Judge alive. To seal that deal, she bashed in Judge's head with the snow globe, killing him and leaving a crack inside the snow globe, which even as she cleaned to the dearest, shiniest she could, still left blood, her guilt, inside the snow globe's snow in it. By this point, me, Led, and Golem were about to explore the cave, and Ben was about to wakey, so she used the plastic sheet and gloves as well as the lighter to dispose of Judge's body inside the cave. Fortunately, I caught her, and had I not, the perfume would have given her away. I couldn't see her, but I definitely left a little bruise there in it. It stings, don't it? Well, After all was done and said, man, she went back and pretended to witness Ben killing Bismuth, which was how she planned to get away with the murder. Unfortunately for you, the scent of justice was too fragrant for you to cover up. Wasn't it, Stack of Hearts, the cosmetology major?